Hello viewers, today we are solving some questions under moment of inertia. So we have our first question, which is saying calculate the moment of inertia for the system in the figure below. Calculate the moment of inertia for the system in the figure below. That's what the question is saying. So when you look at our system that has been given, we have pin number 1, pin number 2, pin number 3, pin number 4. Okay, so each pin has been given the mass. Then we have the distance, that is from the point of rotation up to where the second pin is. The distance is 0.5 meters. So that distance will be considered to be the radius, and it will be the same from the point of rotation up to where pin 1 is. So the radius is the same throughout there. So how do we then calculate the moment of inertia of this our system? So if you can see, we have 4 pins, and when you look at these pins, they have different masses. So 2 pins have the same mass, then the other 2 pins have the same mass as well. So we are going to say the moment of inertia, which is denoted by I, this is equal to the summation of the mass times what? The radius squared there. That's the formula that we're going to use. So we say the moment of inertia will be equal to, we have mass number 1 times the radius squared plus mass number 2, that is for the second pin, times radius squared there, plus that is mass number 3 times radius squared there, plus mass number 4, which is for the fourth pin, then times radius squared. That's the formula that we're going to use. So where we're going to say now the moment of inertia will be equal to the first pin. It is the one that is written that has been given a number 1, so that one will be considered to be the first pin, and this mass is as you can see, the mass of this pin is 0.20 kg. Then for the second one, the mass is 0.3 kg, the third one 0.2 kg, the fourth one is 0.3 kg. So we'll substitute the way it is. So we have mass number 1, which is 0.20 kg, times the radius, it's 0.5, that is meters. Then this is squared, then plus mass number 2, which is the mass for the second pin, which is 0.30 kg. We're going to multiply this with the radius, which is 0.50. This is squared, so we'll put units. So this is squared plus mass number 3, which has a mass of 0.20 kg. We'll multiply this with the radius, which is 0.5, that is 0 meters. Then this is squared plus the fourth pin, which has a mass of 0.30 kg, times the radius. So the radius is 0.5, okay, 0.50, that is meters. Then we'll square the radius. So this is what we have. Now it is from this point now where we have to multiply whatever we have. So the moment of inertia will be equal to, so you're punching that, okay. So when you punch, you're just punching that on your calculator. So let's start punching 0.20. So when you punch on your calculator, you should be able to get 0.25, that is kg, then meter square. That's what you should be able to get as the moment of inertia of that system. So you just punch that once on your calculator. Then now we move to our question number 2. So question number 2 is saying that an airplane propeller has a mass of 80 kg and a radius of gyration of 70 centimeters. Find A, the moment of inertia, B, the torque if the angular acceleration is 3.0 rad per second squared. So that's the question that we have. So for A, we have to calculate the moment of inertia. So we have been given the mass of this propeller, which is 80 watt kg, then the radius of gyration, which is 70 centimeters. So we use standard units for length, so we'll convert this to meters. So you know that in 1 meter we have 100 centimeters. So centimeters and centimeters cancels, then the radius becomes 0.7 meters. Then now, given that now the moment of inertia is equal to mass, the mass times the radius is squared. So the moment of inertia of this our system now, it will be the mass is 80 kg, then the radius is 0.7, that is meters. Then remember this is squared. So the moment of inertia will be equal to what when we punch on our calculator? So you should be able to get the moment of inertia of 39.2, that is kg per meter squared. Then we have our B, which is saying we have to find the torque if the angular acceleration is 3 rads per second squared. So the torque is equal to the moment of inertia times angular acceleration. So the torque here will be equal to the moment of inertia, we have 39.2, that is kg per meter square. Then we're going to multiply this one by the angular acceleration that has been given, which is 3.0, that is rads per second squared. So that one becomes our torque. So meaning that you just have to multiply now. So when you multiply, you should be able to get 117, that is 117.6. That is the units for torque that we use Newton meter. So that one becomes the torque of our system there. That's what we do for question number 2. So now we move to question number 3, which is our last question. So question number 3 is saying that the diagram shows a barbell with an axis of rotation through its center if the mass is 20 kg and the radius is 1.2 meters. Find the moment of inertia of the system and also find the torque on the system if the angular acceleration is 4 rads per second squared. So this is a barbell. So that's a diagram there which is trying to show the barbell with an axis of rotation that is through the center there. So to find the moment of inertia of this system, that's for part 1. We know that it has a mass of 20 kg. Then the radius is 1.2 meters. So when you look at this diagram, the radius is the distance from the center to where this mass is. So we are saying the radius is 1.2 meters. Even here the radius is 1.2 meters. It is the same. So to get the moment of inertia, we are going to say the moment of inertia will be equal to the mass times radius squared, that is the summation there. So here the moment of inertia would be equal to now here we can see that we have two masses. You have the first mass here and also the second mass on this other side there. So what we're going to do, we're going to say for the first side, we're going to name it to be m1, then times the radius, which is the same, plus that is mass number 2 on the other side. Though the mass is the mass is identical here, then this is r squared. So the moment of inertia will be equal to what? The mass is 20 kg, then times the radius, which is 1.2 meters, then this is squared, plus mass number 2 we are maintaining the same, which is 20 kg. The radius is the same, which is 1.2, that is meters, then this is squared. So the moment of inertia will be equal to what? So we're punching. So you should be able to get that is 57.6, that is kg meter square. So that's how you answer that one. Or you can also say the moment of inertia is equal to, since here we have this part, our left side, then and also our right hand side, so we can just multiply our answer to say we have two of these. So we have 2 then times m r squared, so this will give us the mass is 20 kg. Remember, we are multiplying that with a 2, so it will be 2 times the mass, which is 20 kg, then the radius is 1.2 meters, then now this is this squared. So we have 2 times that is 20 times the radius, which is 1.2 squared. So you're going to get the same answer, which is 57.6 kg, that is meter square. So that one becomes our moment of inertia. Then now moving to the last part, which is part 2. So we'll keep our moment of inertia there, okay? So when you look at part 2, so part 2 is saying that find the torque on the system if the angular acceleration is 4 rads per second squared. So for part 2 now, for us to find the torque, given the angular acceleration, I'm going to say the torque will be equal to what? The moment of inertia times angular acceleration. So the torque will be equal to the moment of inertia that we found is 57. That is 0.6, then kg meter square. Then we're going to multiply this one by the radius, that is 1.2 meters. Then you're going to square that. So we have to punch. Sorry, so the radius, so it's not times the radius, but it is times the angular acceleration. So the angular acceleration has been given, which is 4, that is rads per second what is squared. So when we multiply, that is 57.6, we multiply this one by 4, okay? So you should be able to get 230.4 Newton meter. So that one becomes the torque of the system given the angular acceleration of 4 rads per second squared.